Good morning. This video is going to review assignment 2, and this is what I mentioned to everyone last week, that this is the YouTube tutorial going over this handout and going over each section of the handout. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the instructions and the formatting, and then I'll go review the rest of the structure. Okay. All right. So this handout is to assist you in selecting and focusing on an object of study for your research proposal, which is due at the end of the term. To create a sound project, it is necessary to define the parameters of your research project. Following James and M. Henslin's explanation of how sociologists do research, I need to fix this. Sorry about that. All quality research must come in stages. Okay. So this is what you're going to do, or this is just giving overall view of what the structure is supposed to do for you. Part one describes the parameters of your object of study. The topic you select must relate to the theme of the course, for example, and this is going to be for globalization, but the principle is the same if you're doing criminology, social psychology, or any other course. Okay. So you may study globalization in women, globalization and equality, globalization in culture, globalization in sports, and so many more topics. You must connect an aspect of globalization to the domain you intend to look into for your research. Okay, so for part two, you're going to identify 4 course readings that will assist you with developing an argument for your object of study. Reviewing the course readings, you want to look for points from the text to help you describe and explain what you want to accomplish for your work. Okay. And then part three, you're going to develop 3 preliminary questions that will delimit or just set the parameters for the focus of your project. Okay, and then you are to connect your questions back to your topic, and I'll show you because I actually have a written example demonstrating like each structure of the essay. Okay, and then finally, part four, you are to explain what you expect to learn by completing your research to its logical conclusion. Please explain what you hope a reader will understand after reading your completed manuscript. Okay, so this is pretty much like the 4 different sections. All right, and then next I'm just gonna go to the formatting, and then I'm gonna do another video reviewing the sections. Okay, all right. So the formatting for this essay is this: the essay is to be 4 to 5 pages in length. Make sure that it's double spaced and that it has 1 inch margins. Using 12-point font, and you could use Times Roman or Times New Roman. Okay. I encourage you to review Purdue OWL if you're unsure or not that confident in terms of like writing mechanics. It's a good online writing lab to review, writing style and punctuation and citation styles. Okay. For writing mechanics and use of proper citation formatting, like either ASA, APA, or MLA, or Chicago style, and you could use any of those styles as long as you're consistent using that style in the essay. Okay, but just to sort of let you know, ASA is the least popular citation form, and that's just more of sociology's way of doing formatting and citations. The more popular is APA. Okay. And then MLA and Chicago are used like in the humanities and in literature. Okay. So, like, those are the differences. Okay. All right. So, let me continue. So, oh, sorry about that. Or offer or refer to a writing manual. Be sure to follow the formatting for the assignment. If the essay is not formatted properly, the submission will not be accepted. Okay. All right, and then I also included this. Be sure to include the headings that are in bold. So I do want you to include part 1 introduction, part 2 lit review, part 3 research questions, and part 4 outcome, because this does one of 2 things. The first thing that this does is that it actually keeps you as the writer focused and helps prevent you going on tangents if that's sort of your proclivity if you're writing, right? Tangent writing is just sometimes viewed as just trying to fill in space, right? So you want to avoid that type of writing, right? So that's what also the headings do for you. But for me, what it does is, like, as I read them, these essays, and evaluate them, it gives me the opportunity to see each section, and I know exactly what I'm supposed to see for each section. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But if you have any questions, definitely let me know either via email or in class. Okay, and then just the due date for this assignment will be Wednesday, March 6th, 2024 by 11:59. All right, unless otherwise specified. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to go through each section.